Hello folks, and welcome back to SnowRunner. This is the hardcore self-imposed version. And yep, that's the wrong button. Come on, give me the map. There we go. So we are almost finished with this one, reinvigorating the old mines. And let me just check something here real quick. So, yep, okay, everything's working. All I'm lacking now is 2 metal beams, 8 wooden planks, and 1 small pipe. I've already taken cabins over, and just pull it over here so you can see it. The 2 metal beams are up here ready to be delivered. The 8 wooden planks are over there ready to be delivered, and I have the Western Star 49X that has the last small pipe on it. So let's get it going. Turn my volume up just a little bit here. I can. Oh shoot. So the cat has been messing with my headphones again. There we go. Yep, nope, don't need a winch. I haven't taken this truck over on this path yet, so this is the first time. We'll see how it does. Normally I'd be inclined to say it would do pretty well, but it does have that third axle in the back. And it is not a drive axle, so it pretty much just gets in the way. And it looks like it's about ready to get dark on us, which is okay. I have headlights. Just do not want to lose this load. It's a long drive back. Plus it's one of the last loads I have to deliver. Everything else is up at the rolled steel factory. Rolled steel plant, whatever it's called, or it is already sitting out there in front of the delivery point. I just have to load it onto a truck and deliver it, that being the wood. I believe I already have 2 trucks sitting over at the rolled steel plant or factory. Loaded up with the metal. Needs to go out. Had to turn the light off so I can see it a little bit better. So I started the stream about 5 minutes late because I got lost in the long dark. And trying to recover the new backpack that allows you an extra 11 pounds carry weight. And I did manage to get over and get it after enduring a 3-day blizzard, which was not fun. But I found it, put Astrid to bed, and then realized it was almost 8 o'clock. So I had to save the game, jump up, go turn my Christmas lights off, and get in here and get it started. Come on, truck. Now this one doesn't seem to be doing as well as the others coming through here. Now I got a good winch point. Should be able to pull it through. Alright, a little rough on it, but it did make it. So I'm happy with that. As I said in the last video, I really like this map. And I am ready to move to the next map. I think when the next region comes out with the 2 new maps, I'm going to play them together instead of one at a time. Just to keep from getting burned out a little bit, driving the same routes over and over. Do a couple of missions on one map and then a couple of missions on the other map. Well, this truck is struggling a little bit through here. But I believe it's going to make it. Maybe. Come on. I can't help but thinking every time I get in this truck, it's got training wheels. So it's not a full-fledged truck yet, but one day it will be. So do I think that the truck is worth the $427 I paid for it? Yes and no. It is a truck. It does pretty good on these roads. And I want to get all of the trucks, even the downloaded ones. So for me, it's worth it. If I was not buying the downloaded vehicles, only the ones that would really do me good, I wouldn't buy this one again. And this is the only map I've driven it on. So it may change when I go back to Russia, finish those. Get on up here. Finish out those missions. But then again, now that I own it, if I start all over, start a new playthrough, I will have this truck. So as long as it's not a hardcore one. Yeah, so it's a fuel truck now. Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's what this is going to end up being. Maintenance fuel carrier. But I may be wrong. It may do fairly decent on other maps. But again, I'm just not impressed with it. Mud tires don't work very well on this map. So maybe with mud tires on it, on a different map, it'll go pretty good, and I will test it out, like I said, when I get to Russia, and see how it does on the Russian map. Because that's a pretty big load, amount of cargo that we have to move on Russia, so it'll take several trucks. And I've got several trucks that have run really good on other maps, and then when I tried to run them on this map, they didn't do very well. Which is okay, because the scout vehicles they do pretty well on this map. So I like that. It's nice to get in the scouts again and run them. Stuff like the Chevy that runs good in Michigan, but pretty much nowhere else. Oh crap, I got a roadblock. That's right, I was loading out some vehicles, getting ready to take them back. And I might as well... let's go to the Ford. I was going to load the Ford on the back of that, and there is a pretty easy way of doing that. I just go to the Colob, fire it up. Once you put it on the trailer, activate the ramp, and once the ramp is up, we'll change trucks again over to the Western Star, because I was going to put that truck on the Western Star. Nope, let's go back a little more. Back. There we go. Too far. And change trucks again. Activate the ramps. And the ramps missed it. Ease it back. And I could just jerk it up on there, but I don't want to do that. There we go. Get you in low gear. I should be able to drive you right up on there. How much room do I have? Collab, where you at? Alright, because I've got to put the fuel truck on this one. Stop engine. Change trucks. Give me the Western Star. So, Western Star should be able to pack this truck. Yes, I can. And I'll haul them both back together. It's still running, isn't it? It is, it's still running. There we go. No sense of wasting all the fuel out of it. Alright, where's my TranStar? Because it is almost out of fuel and needs to be loaded up so I can take it back. Level the trailer up a little bit. Now I can get you out of the road. Yeah, I got it on there crooked, but it'll be fine. It won't let me go to the... There we go. Alright, 49X, and I delivered a load over there, and I thought, why am I going through that mud? Okay, I can actually just drive up here and go around it. It's so much simpler. Provided I don't roll it. So other than crossing the river, I have not had this truck on big rocks yet. So this will be interesting when we get over here to see how it does with that third axle. I've got it up because there's really no sense in having it down. It really doesn't do anything except get in the way. I wish you could remove it. Shoot. The cat's behind my chair and he meowed. And it startled me because I've been playing the long dark and it sounded like a wolf howling. And I know there's an easier path around that, but you know, this is a test. I want to see how it does on the big rocks. It's a little bumpy, but it's staying upright. There is a lot of flex in that third axle. So I don't think it affected it that much. Out of gas. Alright, got that one delivered. So I have 2 steel and 8 more wood. And you can see some of the wood's here. Some of it is still over at the base of the cliff. I haven't gotten it yet. You up here out of the way. And who did I have? Not you. The Voron was 1. Not the Fleet Star. Let's go on with the Voron and then I'll see what other truck I had over there. None. I thought I had one already loaded up. Maybe not. Yep. I forgot Russian crane. If I get too far extended out, it won't pick up the heavy loads. There we go. Thought for sure I had another truck over here Guess I do. Maybe I was planning on bringing a Western Star over. Pick up the last one. I did drive a bunch of the trucks back. Put them in the garage on the other map. Cleaned up the area a little bit. So this would be the last mission over here. And then we can move to the other map on a more permanent basis. I got to looking at some of the missions, and I will have to come over here and pick up some supplies from time to time and take them over. Because there's one mission that was like 20 cabins, and I did hear somebody talking about they were not doing the cabins part of the missions yet because it's a glitch. It should not be. I think there's one that's 30 cabins and one 20 cabins or 15 cabins, and they said it should not be that many, and that was probably going to be fixed in the next update. Because the actual zone, the loading area, where you've got to take the one, I think it was 30 cabins, but where you got to take that one, you can't even put 30 cabins on it. I kept meaning to check that and see if it has changed or not, and then I forget. But that's something I can do when I get up here. Just take a minute. So that's 5 out of 6. Oh well. I ran in high gear all the way up here. Truck did well in high gear. I'll let you deliver the next one too. Alright, so let's take a quick look. And I see 10 cabins there. 15 cabins here. 10 cabins. So yeah, 10, 10, and 15. So 35 cabins. And Big Salmon Peak residential area. Big Salmon Peak residential area. And Big Salmon Peak residential area. So 35 cabins. What the person I was listening to said, you can't put 35 cabins on there. And I don't remember what that area looked like, so we'll figure it out when we get over there. Yeah, that would take a lot of space to put 35 cabins. Even the 15 cabin one, that's a lot of space. That'd have to be a huge area. And I remembered what I was going to do. I was going to have the twin steer bring both of these metal beams over here. And then I got preoccupied with what I was going to do afterwards, which was load the 750 on a twin steer. I set up for it and forgot to do the mission or deliver the load that was before that. But that's okay. It will all work out in the end. Excuse me. Ah, that was cold-hearted. I guess the game didn't like me running over the tree. I deserved it though. Mother Nature showing me her displeasure. Okay, so the last one should be in the factory here. And again, if it's one of these factories where I have to craft things, then I have to auto load. Because if you try to manually load, sometimes it puts the wrong cargo on the loading dock. Or the cargo just disappears altogether. So a slight little bug they're going to have to work on. Oh, 50 gallons, I'm good. Try not to piss off Mother Nature again. Fire James 40, how you doing today? Thank you for the follow. So if you haven't seen any of the videos, this is the Self-Imposed Hardcore Mode. If you want to see what the rules are, check out the YouTube channel under the same name. And in front of each one of these videos, I put the hardcore rules. So quite a few rules I have to follow, which is making it extremely difficult, because this map only gave me 2 trailers, and I can't buy trailers. Though I did cheat and buy one. I had to have the heavy lowboy just so I can move vehicles around now that you can tie them down. But I don't haul cargo with it, just vehicles. Let's see what the cabin looks like. See what Bob is seeing. I don't like what Bob is seeing. It looks worse. Dang, from this view I should be tearing this truck up, tearing it to pieces. Alright, so this is the last. Yeah, last of the metal beams. For a second there I thought I loaded pipes on the back. No, I loaded metal, okay. Had me worried. So Improv, you just finished the flooded Foothills map. You were skeptical about it, but overall you enjoyed the map a lot. Yeah, I've enjoyed the map. I've had a lot of fun with this, and like I said, I'm ready to move on to a different map. And like I said, what I should have done was work both maps evenly. And that way I didn't get a little burned out. Oh, this is a bad idea. Yeah, this is a bad idea with this truck. Nothing against the truck, but the crane. Russian crane is not that strong. So let's see if we can move it over this way and get a little more level. Yeah, that should do. Oh, so I still have 3 of them over here. And the truck shouldn't have many issues picking up the wood. The wood's not that heavy. So when you get to things like steel beams, I get rid of that. Oh, now I can see. And unfortunately I've got to go in here and pack it, or it won't pick up the next one. It'll keep trying to attach to the first one. Just say you need a chainsaw in this game. Cut down some of these daggone trees. Pack, repack, restore, and... Okay. We'll do it this way. And I can't see. I think if I go straight back from here, I'll be alright. So I am glad that in this hardcore mode, I had thought about saying that you could only drive in cockpit view, but I didn't think that would be, I didn't think people liked it that much. And I have been doing one playthrough where I am only doing it in cockpit view, and man, that is tough. Yeah, I really did like running the scouts on this map, because the last couple of maps were just not scout maps. Russia, you could run it a little bit, the Russian scouts, but the American scouts were just not good at all, other than the Lodestar. Okay. Where's it at? Eyes on the road. But yeah, with this map, like I said, you can break out a lot of your other scouts and run them. So that's been pretty awesome. I don't know if I can reach that. Should be able to. If I can get the camera to play right. There we go. Keep it right there. Are you upside down? Yep. Close enough. I don't like being in the trees. That close to the cliff, because it's really messing up my camera angle. Oh, you want hit. Also, how do you get the different modes on the camera, on the crane? Burton told me about that, and it doesn't work as well on the small cranes, but on the big cranes it's awesome. So let's just park this one and I'll show you. So activate the anchors and go into your crane mode. So once you're in the crane mode, if you push down on your right joystick, it gives you a different angle. Now again, on the small cranes, it's not that big of a difference. But on the big cranes, it's a big difference. Big difference on that one. Whoa, shoot. Forgot. You've got that menu open. The truck still goes, and you can't steer it, you can't stop it. So let's go over here. Mr. Fleet Star, you got a big crane on you. So activate my anchors and go in crane mode. So if you're in the regular, get rid of that menu, and especially when you get up pretty high, you just don't have that good a field of vision when you're trying to load. But if you push down on the right joystick, you get a much better angle of everything. So yeah, Burton told me about that, and yeah, that is awesome. It's become second nature to me, doing it that way now. And did I shut it off? Oh, it went out of crane mode. There we go. And if you wanted to go back to the other mode, all you gotta do is push the joystick again, and you're back in the other mode. But it does extend it out a little bit further than it did. So if you get bad angle, just click again and move angle and click again, and it will sometimes get a better view. Yes, so it will do that, and I've done that quite a few times, especially if you're near a building or a tower. And you know how when you're near a building, tower, or a cliff, it just screws with everything. Let's get you. So we have 3 delivered. I have 5 sitting over here. And I have to be careful. Because if you sink into that mud right there, you're toast. See right there, my front end's starting to sink in. Back it up there. That's better. Oh, wait a minute. What the heck happened here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Crap, I forgot I already had the blocks out here. I really haven't paid that much attention. So I went and got more concrete blocks and didn't really need them. Let's do this right. But I am missing one of the woods. So it's probably hanging in a tree over there. Whoa, okay. And you'll be fine, you'll load from there. So that's 5. I got 6 and 7 here. And then we'll go fish 8 out of the trees. And if you're wondering how they got into trees, that was me just having a little bit of fun. I actually took the wood up on top of the cliff back there. Took the P12 up there and delivered the wood to the P12, and the P12 dropped it over the cliff. Because I thought I would get smart. And there's a logging station up there, so I figured, you know, if I could get a crane up there, I could just drop them over and it'd be that much easier to pick them up. And did not realize that that logging station only had 2 woods. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh. Yeah, I forgot. I didn't pack it. Gotta pack it or it'll keep getting the same one over and over. Restore crane, unpack and repack. And so let's go find that other one. Right there it is. Yeah, when I come over and got the first couple and delivered them over to the right there next to the building, 2 of them were up in the trees, suspended. So it may not be over here. Oh, there it is. So it is up there somewhere. In the tree. There it is. You can just see it up the toward the center of the screen there. Hanging there suspended. That's why I didn't see it. Where you at? There you are. Come on, camera. Just like hooking a fish. Well, not quite. Yeah, I started, just as I hooked to it, I started to think, you know, I should have backed it up in there and see if I could hook to it and it fell right in place. And I didn't. I'd already hooked to it. I should have looked at the chat a little bit faster. But we got it. All right. Missions are done on this map. $50,000. Well, almost 50. Close enough to 50. So for what I was talking about earlier, I thought I'd be smart in this log station, get my logs from there and bring them up to here, and I put the P12 sitting right here on the cliff, which was a pain in the butt to get it there, but I got it. And then I shuttled trucks straight up through here and came around and come down and dropped the wood, and then the P12 picked them up and just dropped them over the cliff, and would have been a perfect plan. But this log station only has 2 woods, so I wasn't going to give up, so I went over to the other log station and I brought wood up here and dropped it off here, so I had all 8 up here. the game was not going to beat me. That was a great idea. So I had to continue with it. Who was that? Oh yeah, I'll pull you out of here. Okay. I would have just hooked to it, but I wasn't sure I left it in all-wheel drive or not. Yes, take the concrete blocks. I have 2 concrete blocks. Or is that 4? Was it 2 or 4 I had over here? It is 4. Okay. So let me get the Western Star. I thought it was just 2. So I was going to use the Voron to pick up the 2 and then bring them over. But thank you for reminding me of that, because I wouldn't have looked at it. I was sure in my mind it was just 2 for some reason. Activate the anchor. Get the crane out. Get rid of that stupid menu. It's not stupid. It serves a purpose. But once you've played the game for more than, you know, a couple of hours loading stuff up, you really don't need that menu anymore. Alright, and what I'm going to try to do is put the Voron in the exact same spot. Oh. Back in the crane. See if it'll let me pick this one up. It will, so you just got to be far enough away from it. So this crane from that spot, I can winch the loads off of the ground. We'll see what the Russian crane does. Because I am sure the Russian crane can't do that. You have to pull them closer to the truck. Okay, so I see the tire tracks. So there's a debate going on whether or not the cranes are supposed to be the same spec. But they are not. So that should be about the same spot or very close to it. And I had the crane up about that high. Yeah, it's lifting it, but it's also lifting the truck up. So I'm convinced that the Russian cranes are faster, but not as powerful. You can't really tell. I gotta pack it. You can't really tell with the big cranes. You can tell the speed difference with the big cranes, but with the lifting, you can't tell that much. but with the little cranes, you can definitely tell that the American crane can lift easier, but it is slower. And restore the crane. Alright, since I got you started, go ahead and take this one back too. Too close. Oh, it's in the center. So I'll use my center one. Yeah, I'm kicking myself about now, because I went over and got those concrete slabs. I brought them over here, and I already had them here. I forgot I brought them. But they will not go to waste. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and get these two trucks out of here, come back for the 770, bring it out, and take it on over to the garage. And we'll see how it does pull on that trailer. And then probably start looking at the missions over there. And I'll come back and get these trucks later on.